Welcome to the History AI podcast, where the past comes alive with facts, anecdotes, and a dash of humor. Here are your hosts, Chuck and Marco.
Hey everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the History AI podcast. I'm Chuck, and as always, I'm here with Marco.
Hey there. And if you're into history served with a sprinkle of humor, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the life and legacy of a man many may not know about, but whose life was no less captivating than any popular Netflix series, Emperor Agustín I of Mexico.
That's right, Marco. And just like any good series, his life had intrigue, ambition, and, well, some questionable decisions.
You mean like your questionable decision to bleach your hair in college?
Hey, that was a phase. Let's not dwell on that. Let's kick things off with his early life and family background, shall we?
Absolutely. Born in 1783 in Morelia, Agustín de Iturbide, which was his full name, came from a wealthy, Spanish descendant family. His father was a Spaniard, and his mother was born in Mexico from a noble Spanish family. So, it's fair to say he had some privileged shoes to fill.
Growing up rich and pampered? Must be nice. You know, I once had a goldfish. That's as close as I came to owning anything gold.
Your aspirations are truly inspiring, Chuck. But moving on, despite his privileges, Agustín wasn't just about parties and splurging. He was well educated and showed a talent for languages and strategy from a young age.
Before the Mexican War of Independence, Agustín had a military career fighting against the rebels under the Spanish crown. That's right, folks, he initially fought against the very movement he would later lead.
Talk about a plot twist. So, imagine rooting for a sports team your whole life, only to suddenly start cheering for their arch-rivals.
Exactly. And that twist came when he started sympathizing with the rebel cause. The 1810s were a tumultuous time, and with the Spanish crown weakened by European events, notably Napoleon's invasion, there was a power vacuum.
And into that vacuum stepped our man Agustín. By 1821, he masterminded the Plan of Iguala, a three-point plan guaranteeing Mexico's independence, a constitutional monarchy, and equal rights for Spaniards and mestizos. With this, he basically negotiated the independence of Mexico.
I can barely negotiate with my dog to not knock over my plants, and here's Agustín negotiating an entire nation's freedom. Kudos.
Once the Spanish were out, Agustín became the man in charge, and in 1822, he made the humble decision to crown himself Emperor Agustín I. You know, just a regular Tuesday.
Sounds like something out of a Monty Python sketch. But jokes aside, his time as emperor wasn't all roses. He faced opposition from Republicans who weren't thrilled about having an emperor. From the mind behind the History AI podcast comes an electrifying journey into the past. A ripple through time, Franklin's folly. Dive into a tale where Benjamin Franklin, America's beloved inventor, takes an unexpected journey through time. But with his leap, he unleashes a powerful ripple. Now, with dark forces lurking in the shadows, harnessing this energy to shatter and enslave the world, it's a race against time. Will Franklin fix the future? Or will history rewrite itself? Uncover the secrets. A ripple through time, Franklin's folly. Time has never been more fragile. On Amazon pre-sale now. Back to Emperor Agustín I. After taking power, he faced a lot of challenges, from economic woes to political opposition. And despite his good intentions of creating a united nation, his rule was seen by many as autocratic.
His political beliefs leaned towards centralism, which essentially means consolidating power. He believed in a strong centralized government which, as history shows us, isn't always the most popular choice.
Tell that to anyone who's ever tried organizing a family reunion. But jokes aside, in less than a year, due to various pressures, Agustín abdicated and went into exile.
Sadly, his story doesn't end well. In 1824, while trying to return to Mexico, he was arrested and executed. A tragic end for a man with such ambitious dreams.
But his impact was undeniable. Agustín's reign set the stage for the republic that would follow, and his contributions to Mexico's independence are monumental.
Exactly. While his methods were controversial, there's no denying the pivotal role he played in shaping modern Mexico. And hey, any leader who can flip sides, crown himself emperor, and leave such a mark in a short span. That's one for the history books.
Or at least one for a podcast like ours.
Very true. So dear listeners, that's our dive into Emperor Agustín I. A complicated, ambitious, and undeniably impactful figure.
Thanks for tuning into the History AI podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and share the podcast. And if you have any historical figures or events you'd like us to cover, leave us a comment.
Until next time, keep diving into history and remember, it's not just about the past, it's about understanding the present. Take care.